Hola, estamos en Vision Expo y tenemos el honor de estar hoy con el señor Fabrizio Gamberini, CEO de Lien USA. Y Fabrizio nos va a hablar sobre la iniciativa de Lien en Latinoamérica, sobre las marcas que podemos encontrar ahí en este momento. Fabrizio, thank you for your time. Could you tell our viewers how does Latin America fit into Lien's strategic global plan? I know Lien now has a physical presence in Mexico, which is very exciting.
Okay. So Lien has been acquired very recently by a private equity fund, Pi Partners. And in the strategic definition of the priority, we decided that Latin America and the growth of Latin America is very important to the growth of Lien overall. Probably is one of the very critical key pillars for the growth of Latin America, for the growth of the company itself. Specifically, when we look in Latin America, there are 2 or 3 countries that are going to take the sort of the priority. Yes. Mexico is one of them, where we already developed like local presence. So we have a showroom in Mexico. It's actually Mexico City in the Polanco area. We have local people that are working together with accounts, and we plan actually to invest further presence in other areas of Mexico. We know how important is Mexico. We have Brazil, of course. Brazil, worldwide, global potential and reality from an economic standpoint, where we have an organization that is already made of 45 people, 20 people in sales and another 20-25 in the office. It's actually a full subsidiary. And then the other country that is, or area that is very important for us is actually overall Argentina. So Latin America for us is very important as far as the growth.
We know Montblanc is a great success in the region. What other marks are making their presence? What other marks are you pushing in the region?
So everything, generally speaking, everything that is Italian, as we know very well in Latin America, works very well. Everything that is coming from Europe is working very well. With one exception, Tom Ford. Tom Ford is actually a brand that is designed by an American designer, but is getting so much attention on a global basis and is getting lots of attention also in Latin America right now. Tom Ford is the classic situation where you have an event, you see the Brad Pitt of the situation with our frames, and you start to see all the magazines possible that are presenting Brad Pitt with our Tom Ford. And I'm just making one example. The other example was James Bond in Skyfall.
Yes.
Skyfall, 1 billion is the highest seen James Bond movie ever. We were lucky enough that Mr. Daniel Craig ended up wearing our product, and this has been an amazing advertisement for us. We ended up selling many thousands of those Tom Ford glasses. So Tom Ford is not the classic brand for Latin America, because again it's an American brand, but clearly all the other brands that Lien is representing, starting from Roberto Cavalli. Roberto Cavalli is a very important brand for us. This is the year of the snake. It's February 10th. In the Chinese year, the Chinese lunar year started with the year of the snake. For us, Cavalli is the representation, the perfect representation of the snake, the animal print, and so we have lots of activities that are planned on the Cavalli area to continue the representation in Latin America. It is very strong. Clearly, other brands that are available. We are working with a set of brands that is pretty wide. So we are working with Diesel, as an example. Diesel is very wide awareness of the brand. We are probably one of the companies that is able to translate stories into products. So our products are generally helping to represent the brand in the right way. What I mean with this is that, for example, in Diesel we are introducing a frame that has denim on the frame itself. Why? Because we want to be sure that whoever is wearing the Diesel frame can represent what the brand is all about. The brand is all about lifestyle, the brand is all about denim, and so we want to be sure that in the frame there is also a representation of what the brand is all about.
Lastly, tell us a little bit about the new Polarized Lenses.
Yes. So Polarized is a specific technology that is taking lots of attention here in the US. So if you go in wherever store that is selling eyewear, you almost start to see, very recently you started to see a session that is very focused on the polarized lenses. People here are playing golf, they are sailing, they are playing tennis, like in South America, like in Europe, but for whatever reason the US consumer seems to be very interested in the technical benefits of the polarized lenses. While this trend is also coming down in Latin America. People are traveling a lot, so people understand that there is a need to have better protection, better crisp visibility, and again this technology that is associated with polarized. And so Marcolin, in order to meet the needs of the customer, ended up developing quite a selection of Tom Ford, Montblanc, specifically frames in polarized that are working very well for our consumers. So we are very proud of them, and we are selling them with extreme success here in the US.
Wonderful. Thank you for your time. We hope to see you in Latin America very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.